This tutorial is to show how to prepare an image, assign the appropriate colors for engraving or cutting, and then send it to the Spirit GX laser engraving machine. First thing we gotta do is launch CorelDRAW. I'm using CorelDRAW X3, but this procedure will work the same regardless of the CorelDRAW version. Let's open up and start up a new document. So File, New. And it doesn't matter what size that page is. It doesn't matter if it's landscape or portrait. It's irrelevant until we get our objects that we're going to engrave and or cut onto the screen. So I'm going to go switch over to my folder. This would be the same thing as a thumb drive that you would have inserted into your computer. Once that launches the file manager, just find the appropriate file you want to engrave or cut, drag it to the screen. If it gives you any file specific information on a dialog box, just accept the defaults. Okay, now once it's on the screen, as you can see, it put it all the way off the screen. If you hit the letter P on the keyboard, it centers it to the center of the page. Now this object right now is measured at 4 inches by 2 inches, 2.001. We want to make our page size just a hair over that. So we're going to go over here, and if you notice, while it's selected, it has these nodes around it. Click anywhere on the screen, deselects any objects. Okay, so click in a blank area on the screen and nothing else will be selected. Let's go ahead and change this to landscape, so it's the same orientation as our design. And let's change this to 4.01 and 2.01, just slightly larger than our object that we're going to cut in this case. Now, need to get in the habit of using a red outline for any cutting application and a black fill for any engraving application. And give you an idea, right now this is a black outline. If you click on the X with the left mouse button, there is no fill. If you click on the black with the left mouse button, you make it a solid black. So if we click on X again, no fill. Same thing with the outline. Now that was with the left button. With the right button, it gives us a red outline. You can click the right mouse button on any color on the color bar. It'll automatically change to that color. Get in the habit of using red as your vector cutting color. Okay, now if we want to do this engraving job as well as cutting, or excuse me, this cutting job as well as engraving, then just assign whatever object you want to engrave the color black. Again, the left button. You can use any color you like, but get in the habit of using black for engraving, red for cutting. Okay, now once we've done this, these keystrokes are good to remember. F4 zooms into all objects on the workspace. F3 zooms back. F2 changes our tool to a one-time use of zooming in, and then the tool changes back to a mouse pointer. So it's very efficient to remember these keystrokes. F2 changes the tool to a one-time zoom and then back to whatever that previous tool had been. F3 zooms out in increments. F4 takes every object to fill the screen completely. Okay, so that's all you need to know about CorelDRAW, because all the designs are being done on another computer system, but you need to bring it into CorelDRAW in order to output it to the Spirit GCC laser. Let's go ahead and save this file. Okay, you can click on that. I've already given it a name, just saving over it. Of course, you can also go to File, Save As, or Save. Okay, now we can switch over and go into the print driver.
Click the Properties button to access the Spirit GX settings. Go to the Paper tab and make sure your paper size matches the CorelDRAW page layout size. Under the Advanced tab, decide whether you want to use Home or Relative Position Mode. And finally, in the Pen tab, adjust your settings for cutting and or engraving. Once you've adjusted your settings for paper, position mode, and pen, you're ready to click on the OK button to go back to the printer's dialog box and send it to the laser system. Go to the laser machine and insert the autofocus tool. You need to make sure that the lens is the right distance from the material. Once you've done that, go to the control panel, and if you're still in the screen, to click on back, you need to be in the main screen, press on autofocus, and the machine will lift up the table to that pin, depress it, and drop the table down the appropriate distance. Once that's been completed, take that little focal tool off and place it in the back of the machine. If you're using relative position mode, move the head manually to the location that you want to begin your project.